Right now you can find many great portable monitors, and it sometimes can be a little bit hard to know which one is the best one for you. So today I wanted to compare 4 different Arzopa portable monitors, and each of them has distinct strengths and use case scenarios. Let's very quickly go over every single one of those monitors. The gaming focused Z1 FC, the one for the creatives, the Z1 RC, the bigger 17-inch A1M, and the most budget-friendly and general-purpose monitor, the Z1C. All the monitors come with 3 types of cables, which are the USB-A to USB-C, an HDMI to HDMI mini, and the USB-C to USB-C. Thanks to this, it is an all-in-one setup and you can connect it with your devices. To start off, this is the Z1 FC. It is a 16-inch model, but this is the best one for gamers. This is a full HD screen, 16-inch and up to 144 Hz, meaning that you can play games up to 144 Hz, which means that for competitive games, this is incredible. Also, the colors are amazing. Well, this is an IPS panel. It is a very good IPS panel with 100% sRGB range, meaning that the colors are really accurate and really good. This is actually one that I've been using a lot, and I've been actually gaming a lot with it. At first I got it for my Steam Deck and Asus ROG Ally, but it turned out to be that it's amazing when I wanted to take my PS5 when I am away from home and I wanted to do some gaming, but I wanted to do in a 120 frames per second, the most that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X can output. The thing is, when you're used to playing at 120 Hz at home and then playing somewhere else, it isn't as comfortable if you're playing competitive games. But with this, that is actually a really good solution. It is really tiny, it's really easy to take with you, it's lightweight, it's literally like a tablet size that is 16-inch. You can put it in your backpack, and whenever you're ready, just set it up with its kickstand. As you can see, there's a kickstand on the back. All the monitors have a kickstand, which you can place it both horizontally and vertically. You can use it in both orientations, but for gaming, as usual, is gonna be the horizontal. And while it is a 16:9 Full HD display, because it's a 16-inch, it is super sharp, even at Full HD. And I feel like at this size, Full HD is more than enough, especially with the 144 Hz that you can output on this monitor. I didn't expect this to be such a good monitor, and I can personally say that I've been loving using it, and I've been using it a lot. In my opinion, this one is the best one for the gamers and the ones that want to game on the go. It's perfect combination for when you want to travel with your consoles and want to have a great quality display for gaming. And it's also amazing for handheld consoles like the Steam Deck OLED or the Asus ROG Ally, or even the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. That way you can really make an amazing portable gaming station. Coming to the second monitor, which is the Z1 RC. As you can see, it is slightly of a different aspect ratio, but it is a 16-inch display. So there's just a slight difference between the 16.1-inch display that the Z1 FC has and the 16-inch of this. It is slightly taller, so it's not the 16:9 aspect ratio. It is actually a 16:10 aspect ratio. Not only that, this is also a 2.5K display, meaning that the resolution of this display is 2560 by 1600. But this one goes up to 60 Hz, meaning that it's not as gamer focused. And this is also an IPS panel, which can go up to 100% of the sRGB range. Also, this display can go up to 60 Hz, so for everyday usage or your content creation, for example, if you're doing photo or video editing work, the 60 Hz panel is more than enough for most users. Personally, I think this is the best monitor out of those 4 for content creators. You can really take advantage of the sharp screen that it has and the extra workspace that you can have if you connect it to something like a laptop. Thanks to this, for example, if you're making videos, you can have your video preview on this screen and you can have it at 2.5K, meaning that you can have a super extra sharp video display and preview while editing on your laptop or your computer. And it's also amazing for photo work or any kind of graphic work where you want to have as sharp as possible screen. So this one is definitely amazing for content creators, creative work, and media consumption. And once again, we have a kickstand on the back. Like I said, all of them have a kickstand on the back. And like I said before, these monitors can work in horizontal or the vertical orientation, which is actually super amazing if you are doing, for example, shorts or reels, where you want to have the preview be vertical and you can really take advantage of that space. So you could be editing on a laptop or your computer and have this as the preview, which is already a big display, but also in the orientation that you're gonna see the final product in. And now we're coming to the biggest of all of them. This is the 17-inch model, which is the Arzopa A1M. It's definitely the biggest one, and it's definitely for those that want a little bit of a bigger screen, even though it is still super light and portable and pretty much feels the same as the other ones. It is definitely the biggest one. So if you want to have the biggest possible, both for media consumption and productivity, this is definitely the one to get. It is a 17.3-inch display. It is also an IPS panel, which also supports HDR. It is a full HD panel, which can go up to 60 Hz. So for many, this can be actually a great monitor for everyday use, both for gaming, productivity, and overall media consumption. And it is just slightly heavier than the other two, while still maintaining the amazing portable form factor of a little bit of a bigger tablet that you can take with you on your adventures, or just use as an extra monitor at home. This is definitely a great budget option for those that want to have an amazing monitor that is slightly bigger and have more real estate. And this brings us to the Arzopa Z1C. This is the most budget-friendly monitor that we're going over today. This one is also an IPS panel. This is a 15.6-inch model, which is a full HD display. It is an IPS panel which also supports HDR. It is ultra lightweight, which is just amazing. It is once again in the form factor of like a bigger tablet with the kickstand on the back, meaning that you can place it both horizontally and vertically easily with the kickstand, as with all the other monitors. This one is a traditional 16:9 Full HD 60 Hz display, meaning that this feels the most standard out of all the monitors, but it's also the most budget friendly, meaning that if you're looking for something that is the most budget friendly but has the standards that you would expect from an extra monitor, maybe you don't really need it to be pushing any limits in any direction, then this is definitely an amazing option. So in my opinion, this is amazing for everyday tasks or general purpose usage, or if you just want an extra screen for whatever productivity you're doing on your computer. And just like the other monitors, for what it is an amazing option. Overall, all of these monitors are incredibly well built. They really feel sturdy, but not too heavy, so that it's not uncomfortable. All of them are ultra lightweight, but the build quality is still amazing. As a gamer, I've personally used the Arzopa Z1FC the most, but depending on your usage, that could be a different case scenario. I feel like every one of them has their own niche, and I feel like every one of them can be good for someone. All depends on what you're looking for in a monitor. But in a summary, if you're a gamer, I would highly recommend the Z1FC with its highest refresh rate. If you're a content creator or doing a lot of media work, or you just want to have the sharpest image possible, the Z1RC is definitely the best one out of the four. If you need more real estate, a little bit more of a bigger screen, the A1M is the one to get. And then if you are looking for the most budget-friendly but also a great quality monitor, the Z1C is the one I would go for. At the end of the day, it's going to depend on what you want to do with the monitor and how you want to use it, what you're expecting from it, and what kind of a setup you want to have with it. Overall, all of them are super portable, super lightweight, and build quality is amazing. And one thing that definitely stands out with all four of the monitors, they're really amazing quality for the price that they are. If you have any more questions about the monitors, leave them in the comment section down below. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.